Okay, Bravo, take note. Can start unlocking zero image.
Had the ball now, so we can stand up. We got the ball now. It's time to man up. Can you call now? Nobody got their hand up. But I got it all now. Nobody ever ran up.
Skateboarding for me started as a hobby. To reach professional standard, I need to join a lot of competitions. 2009 till 2011, that's where I started to get recognized in overseas. So from 2011 till 2014, I managed to get skateboarding sponsorship from local and overseas. Usually for a skateboarding shoe, we must have the right sole. Much more flat than this, then it's not slippery. For exercise, I don't think it's helpful. Outside you can smell like, the bus field, the grass, the trees, cigarette smell, perfumes. Prison you only can smell like walls. The last competition I had before COVID, roughly around 2018 or 2019. And then COVID started to happen, so there was no competition at all. I was in a relationship, back then I have a girlfriend. I argue with my girlfriend. I didn't mean to hurt her. It's just my mistake that I grabbed her. March 2020, that's where I started my sentence. It's a one-man cell, and you're all alone in the cell. That loneliness, when you can't express yourself, when you need to talk to someone, you're stuck. And I feel I'm a bad person. I think I make a lot of mistakes. I have to accept this is my punishment.
B1 is a maximum security institution, and it also houses inmates with very long sentences, inmates who are receiving violent intervention programs. We do not want any unnecessary conflicts, so that's also one of the reasons why we house them in single-man cell.
Our prisons have to be Spartan, but not affront to human dignity. It is, as you can see, bare, it is simple, but at the same time, prison's conditions has to facilitate rehabilitation.
Keng 507.
Yeah, so this is basically where I'm staying. This is my home. Usually this is my area of sleeping. Usually I don't wear clothes on because inside this cell it's very hot. Usually like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I wake up already. So we have nothing to do because it's very dark. So we try to go back to sleep. Once the light on, then I will go to our washroom over here. So once we bathe, I brush teeth, then I will come back to this area again to read my Bible. After reading, I will walk around this cell from here to here, or sideways from left to the right. And when I'm boring, I actually did count lah. By my feet, it's about 7. The width is 5 lah.
From 7 to 7:15, we have started with a mindfulness practice. So there is a music will play.
Attention to all HQ2 inmates. Stand by for the morning master check. I repeat, stand by for the morning master check. You are required to stand up with your t-shirt tucked in and greet the officer.
Okay, master. Okay, good morning. Good morning. Master check is a process where we account for the inmates' head count in our prisons. So let's say, for example, if I have 150 inmates in my housing unit, I must make sure I have 150 head counts accounted for.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. Not just seeing them, I also need to make sure that they are responding, get his acknowledgement as well.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. To make sure that he's not feeling unwell or anything.
Okay, Bravo. The room 1 master, total present 41. 41.
So once master check, about like 20 minutes, then our full latch will open.
Yeah, usually this is very important to us because it's our first view of the day
From long lockout from yesterday night.
Before the breakfast, the shaver will be issued and they will shave inside the cell. After 10 minutes, we will collect back the shaver. Around 7:45, so our attendants will issue breakfast to them.
So our breakfast usually consists of 4 pieces of bread. So they will pass it through
Our full latch.
Morning, bro.
Good morning. Then we will take our mug. So put it here. Once we given our delegation tea or coffee, then we will bring it in. After this door will close.
I'll finish my breakfast, everything. I will walk again.
This is the central kitchen, giving meals for the entire cluster B. Per day, we have over 2 meals, lunch and dinner, approximately about 7,000 to 8,000 meals prepared for prison officers, volunteers and inmates. In this kitchen, the meals are prepared by inmate kitchen workers. Staff you, don't mind, can close door 10, close door 10, open door 11. Okay, here is preparing the vegetables for tomorrow's lunch and tomorrow's dinner. People might wonder if it's safe for inmates to use this type of tools in this workshop. But as you can see, the tools here, they are chained. When they come to the kitchen, right, we'll monitor their attitude and their performance. And we'll see who is suitable for which location. So like say, veggie cutting area requires a lot of cutting and grinding. So we need inmates here with the correct composure and correct mind to perform this type of task.
Okay, once okay, ready to prepare, let's break. Okay? Okay, now you can arrange.
There will be chefs from the Singapore Airport Terminal Services, in short sets, who will be here to educate and guide the inmates on how to prepare the meals. The kitchen caters for 6 to 8 different diets approved based on the dietitian recommendation. We have normal, non-meat, soft diet, which means minced diet, off chili for people who can't take spicy food, low purine for people who can't take things like tofu, and low sugar for inmates who have diabetes. The kitchens will ensure that the daily protein and vegetable nutrition requirement is catered for the inmates. Every day they have different types of food. Let's say for Monday, they have baked chicken. For Tuesday, they will have fish. Food production is done on an industrial scale. The inmates are the one preparing the meals, ensuring that the inmates, they get the proper amount of food. The food, after it's being packed, is placed in these food trolleys. These food trolleys will ensure the food is kept warm until it reaches the inmates.
So Wednesday afternoon, usually we eat mee or bihun. So today is mee goreng. This one is like totally, if give point 0 to 10, I would say maybe 0. Because it's very cold, and sometimes the mee also hardened already. When I was doing those illegal stuff, was money was well to do, I do bring my kids because they love restaurants, the Western food. Mostly every day I eat restaurant, so compared to the food now, it's like totally one heaven and one hell. Usually after eating, I still feel hungry. Portion to me is not enough. For lunch, usually we don't have meat. Dinner time, we have 2 breast chicken or fish. Over the years, I really start to adapt the food, but eventually I still miss the food outside. The way we being served or what is like being treated as pet in the cage. For me, it's definitely hard.
Today I left with 50 days to go. I've collected all these items so that I can reward myself every single night for my countdown.
B1 is one of the maximum security prisons. We hold about 500 plus inmates. Okay, Bravo can grab me the room 1 slider. The cells that we have here in B1 is special in a way that it's all single-man cell. In other places, you have 3-man cell, a 4-man cell, and 8-man cells. Over here, you see the inmate cell door. All right, it consists of 3 key items over here, which is the viewing panel, and we have 2 apertures, one on top and one below. There's this portion which is perforated, so from here we can hear and talk to the inmates inside. It is not encouraged to talk through the aperture because we do not know what they have up their sleeve. They can throw things or they can grab all your items nearby the aperture. All right, so the poster you see over here is basically the cell layout which the inmates have to follow. They are given a set of items inside the cell. So when it's time for master check, they have to arrange the items according to the poster which is given over here. The inmates will be given a clear pail, a soap box, a mug with a cover. All right? It's transparent so that staff can see what they are hiding inside. They are given a plastic spoon, right, for them to use when they eat their meal. And we have a set of toothbrush and toothpaste. The toothpaste is made in a way that it's clear and you can see things inside. If they were to hide anything inside, it will be visible for staff to see. And if you see the toothbrush over here, it is made in a way that it's very short, because if they were to use this as a weapon, I would say pretty much it won't cause much damage compared to a longer toothbrush. Each inmate will also get 2 blankets, big enough to cover the whole body. Last but not least, we have the straw mat for them to lay out and sleep on the hard ground. If they want it to be more cushioned, then they will just fold the blanket in a way and make it like a mattress. This is the toilet area where the inmate go to the toilet and also take a shower. So the CCTV will capture everything inside the cell, including the toilet area as well. So if they go to the toilet to do their business, or if they were to take a shower, we can see everything. At night, the CCTVs that is inside the cell are equipped in a way that they can see in the dark. This is a one-man cell setting. It can be psychologically small in a way if you are cooped up here for a very long time.
For the weekend, is really very big impact. Very big impact. For 48 hours, knowing that your perimeter is only this much, it really disturbs the mind and the body as well. My wax, my moisturizer, my lip balm, my lotion, these are all the things that I don't have here. Before I came here, I was a fitness trainer. I was living a high life, a luxurious life. People wanting to get a car, to get a bike, to get a house, to get every single thing. I managed to get it all done before even I hit 30. For this time, my sentence, I was caught trespassing to Istana. During that time, I was in a high in drugs. I just tend to follow my thoughts, and I like to go to places that eventually are interesting or unique. When I was being caught, I have a drug utensil with me. That is when I was led to the drug consumption. I was sentenced to 3 years imprisonment for drug consumption and 4 months for drug utensil possession. The blankets is the most, for me, important one because the blanket can change to become pillow. Then we have plastic spoon. Usually, I think you guys use only once. Alright, then throw. We has this thing is like 1 year plus with me. 1 year plus. Yeah, this one tasteless. Made from China. Yeah, totally this one. I don't know why they give us. I think maybe budgeting or what, but it doesn't give any effect. Yeah, totally seriously. So because I'm a worker, so this thing is not the normal soap. So this one is quite good, better than the normal soap. The normal soap one is too dry, way too dry.
scented soap is one of those things that motivate inmates to maintain their conduct and behavior in prisons so that they can actually go for work soon. So once you go to work, then they'll be actually given allowance. Then you'll be able to purchase canteen items like soap.
I got these goodies from the allowance that I had working as a peer facilitator. Today I left with 50 days to go until my release date on the 21st January. I've collected all these items so that I can reward myself every single night for my countdown. By having some rewards and achieving these rewards by myself, I'm able to eventually make myself think better during my darkest time here. Basically, I worried I forget I need to focus on the risk of me getting into trouble, fighting, arguing, and disobeying officers. Can be extension of 3 days to 7 days from my release date. Tonight, I'm gonna treat myself with biscuit. This biscuit.
He is a very good inmate, but doesn't mean all the good inmates are good citizens. We have a lot of experience where the inmate obey, but after 2 months they come back. They fail to become a good citizen. He's a very good inmate, but what we are focusing now is we want him to become a good citizen. So that's our next challenge that we need to prepare him before he release.
Stand by for cell search.
Every time when I hear my turn for South Church, I feel very sian.
You're not allowed to do all this inside, huh?
Yes, sir.
Ben to Charlie, message over.
Okay, Salid to Mr. Ben, send your message over.
Ben to Charlie, prepare for day room 1 cell search.
Okay, Salid to Mr. Ben, Roger proceeding. Okay, we're going to conduct a routine cell search from 507 to 511. Okay, Boon Keng, stand by for cell search.
This is part of the prison's regulations that we need to do the cell search to make sure that they don't keep any contrabands. Contrabands can include excessive items or any items which are modified, such as a cell hook, strings.
Okay, Bravo can grant 507 cell search.
We want to make sure that the environment is actually safe for the inmates and the officers to work in. So every day we have a scheduled
put it back on.
cells to search.
Okay, take out your Toigo box. Sit outside.
Every time when I hear my turn for South Church, I feel very sian.
Okay, Boon Keng, before I go in, you got anything to declare?
No, sir. The officer will come with their shoe on. So this is basically where I live, where this is my home. So after the cell search, I have to actually re-clean the whole cell.
So normally inmates would like to keep things in any part of the door fixture. Usually the holes over here, right, they will use stapler bullets, or you can even put straws to use as hooks to hang things. And usually they'll have a long piece of string and then they'll just put round and round and round and round just to conceal it. So this string they will use to do some threading to their eyebrows or to their facial hair.
If caught with contraband in the cell, a report will be submitted against them, and they may actually lose opportunity in terms of the work program, or even have their out-of-cell activity, their yard activity forfeited.
When it comes to the toilet area, this is where it gets more exciting. Like over here, you see an improvised hook, which is not allowed. Each cells, they are allowed to have 3 cell hooks. Okay, 2 at the living area and 1 at the toilet. So this is an extra one. I will certainly ask the inmates to remove this and pass it to me. And I will give them a warning.
We have a standard set of items for inmates. If inmates are allowed to have their own items, then it actually makes our officers' job more difficult to check. I think secondly, it's also more on enforcing equality among the inmates. We need to make sure that everyone is the same, treated the same.
The reason why I knock is to see whether there's anything that falls in or out. So these are the buttons for the flush and the shower. Usually we just press the flush button first to see whether they are hiding anything at the toilet area. They normally will hide things right under the pipe over here. So we will just use the flush button to flush it all down in case they will know what they'll be hiding. So in my experience, when we do cell search, we check the toilet bowl because sometimes we can find inmates hide things inside there. Things like medication pills, tablets, even improvised items that they wish to hide. Okay, Boon can come in with your Toyota box. Chances are they are smuggling among each other, passing around without the staff knowing. They could get from any place that you can imagine. But this is all not within the radar of the staff. That is why it's very important for us to do cell searches every day, regularly. This one is an origami. Looks nice, but you're not allowed to do all this inside.
Yes, sir.
For origamis and other artwork that inmates like to create, right, they are not part of the standardized items. And it's also part of inmates' discipline inside prison. So that's why it's not allowed. Let's say if an inmate were to keep a long piece of string that turned into a rope, you can use it to, hang himself. If there are things that are sharpened, that could also be a risk to us when we work over here. Luckily for the inmate earlier, there were no major contrabands that were found. It's just rubbish and a few improvised items that doesn't implicate security inside our housing unit.
Saleh actually caught me with some straws and actually the additional hook. It's actually improvised hook. Yeah. So basically, inside we use rice to make glue to actually roll out the paper. So after it dry, it becomes hard.
Make sure got 5.
For the straws is actually for counseling course. We have this every weekly. If we have good performance, they will actually give us packet drinks. So the straw is actually where it comes from. I just feel that the hook for toilet is not enough because usually I hang towel to dry out. Then when I actually go in for bath, I also have to take out my pants. So usually I will find something to hook on. That's why I do the additional hook. After all this being confiscated, I think I have to readapt again to use another method in the right way.
Okay, so far all the things that I find here are all rubbish and all the things that you're not supposed to keep. See, the straws, improvised cell hooks, all these I'll give you warning. Okay, if you ever do this again, the punishment will be higher. Okay? Okay, Boon, we're going to thumbprint you for the offense that you did inside your cell for having extra cell hooks and all the straws that you kept. Yeah? housing unit informal resolution system. It's a platform where we record down the inmates' wrongdoings. What it does is it takes an acknowledgement from inmates who have committed a mistake, and it gives them like a contract not to do the same mistake within 6 months. If not, then they will be liable for higher punishment, which is a disciplinary charge. Okay, come sign over.
Okay, so in prisons we have minor and major charges. So for minor charges, it can range from quarreling with another inmate, disobeying officers' instructions, or keeping excessive or modified items. For inmates found guilty of minor charges, the punishment may range from a written warning, confinement in punishment cell up to 7 days, or his release date will be extended. For major charges, caning may be imposed, and for serious cases, it may also be referred to the police. Major charge, it can range from fighting with other inmates, hoarding of medication, and even tattooing in prison.
Hey, search eh? Bravo, can you grant me 509?
I think the hardest part in prison is the control. Maybe if you are outside, you can be in control. But right now I'm inside here, I cannot do anything.
You got anything to declare or not, Khai?
Nothing.
Nothing to declare, huh? Ni, look, when?
Semalam, yesterday.
Yesterday one. You got 3. Which one is the oldest one?
The one.
It's not out, huh? Some of them do store quite a few to eat later in the night when they're hungry and all that. But they should only have 2. We cannot have them to keep it for too long because it could have stomach pain, could get them sick. So we have to remove this one because it's been a few days already. This one is just his own personal own drawings. So I'm also taking this one because it's an unauthorized material. There's no chalk, there's no official stamp on it. So I'll take it away. Why? Because it could lead to him writing messages across the housing unit or even across the institution. Okay.
Plastic, stapler, strings, and A4 paper, all this we can't have in the cell. Pencil, we are definitely not allowed to have because that one we can use it for tattoo. Although all these things in prison is not allowed, but we have our means to get it.
One of the possible ways how inmates got their contrabands could be through the housing unit attendants who may put in the contrabands or additional items while they're doing food insurance.
Actually, everyone knows that this is against the rules. Bored in the room, boredom, then with nothing to do, then I just do the tattoo. We were sitting in front of the CCTV, but the back facing the CCTV, like reading a book to like camouflage. Some magazine will be thicker. We use stapler bullet like those you can find on some magazine. You have to be round and have to be thick. So it's not like normal those paper stapler. Then we will sharpen it on the floor. We just make it even out. One round, turn, sharpen. Close thread. I need a string because the string is to like we tie it to the stapler. For the ink, we try to get from the doctor. We ask for like diarrhea medication. They will give us this charcoal. We dip it to the ink. The thread will absorb the ink.
They do not have the proper facilities to do those tattoos. So they improvise. And I've seen infections, their whole hand being swollen. That's one of the reasons why we want to curb it. The other aspect is inmate subculture. A lot of our inmates are affiliated to gangs. So usually, some of the tattoos that they want to put are gang symbols. And that can be problematic. And that can affect the good order and discipline of the institutions.
Back then, I was a secret society member, so we do this tattoo to show a bit of loyalty, then to like let people know that we are from this gang. Didn't really hide it properly. Then the officer saw it is a like fresh wound, so they called me. My date of release will have extended for 21 days. And 4 strokes of cane. 4 strokes, I think, nothing. On 3 different occasions, I was carrying 3 different types of weapons. Actually, the first weapon I got was a samurai sword. I planned to go down to this place to meet this guy. After that, I just want to like slash him, then I walk off to actually teach him a lesson not to mess with other people's wife. The second weapon I carried was a parang that was on my back. I needed it because at the time I was paranoid. Like enemies were following me. And then my last weapon I carried was a bread knife. It's actually a protection for myself again. I didn't get to use it, but after that I got caught. When you get caned, there's no installment. In total, I have 21 strokes of the cane. When you get caned, you can't scream, you can't faint also, and you can't appear weak. We are in secret society, so we have to be tough. If you all this you can't take, then in future other trouble, how are you going to face it?
What I'm setting up over here right now is for basic wound care for the patient after caning. Contrary to what people normally think, they are linear, superficial wounds, abrasions. It won't be profusely bleeding. I would consider it a minor wound because there's no deep tissue cut. They try to walk straight after the caning process. Some do cry, some don't. Some are harder than others. So if they do request painkillers, we will prescribe for them. So far, I've not seen any inmate requesting.
Prison is tough for me, but as long as my family is out there waiting for me, what I go through is nothing.
I look forward for yard time is because yard basically we actually do exercise and the space is much more bigger, then we can feel more air that is coming in from there.
We're doing our usual exercise routine. So it's our own so-called HIIT, high intensive training. Usually 1 week we have 2 hours of yard, then twice a week. So it's 4 on Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay, here's the yard time quite long, 2 hours. Yeah, we will make full use.
When officers are supervising the yard, it can be very daunting. You're taking care of a large number of inmates in one confined space. The officers are tactically trained. They will expect the unexpected.
One, two.
Graceson, stop.
来啊来啊，你看他叫我不要做啊。来啊，可以拍，快点拍啊。
拍啊拍拍。
Guys, you all cannot use the bench for exercise, huh?
If they are trying to do the bench press, then that will deprive someone from using the table to read their newspaper or play games. And besides, the bench is also not intended for that purpose.
So next time I don't want to see this. Okay?
Just now we are showing the not correct way of exercising.
We only can do like jogging, sit-up, push-up, HIIT, but we can't use any equipment in the yard. Let's say the wall, the bench, everything we cannot use, and we cannot cross the red line around the yard.
So basically we just do exercise smartly lah. So when there is officer, we try to just wayang a bit lah.
We already do something that not allowed that make us come here. So most of us will still do because there's nothing more we can do already. Okay, this is my portfolio. When I was at Visual Arts Hub, we can draw. Visual Arts Hub is a place that we inmates can do like our fine art, pottery, carpentry, batik. Yeah, you can do anything to express ourselves also. This is the picture of me and my wife. I use a pencil, knitted eraser. Photos is very precious here. Every month we have 20 points. If we not get charged or anything, we'll get 20 points. So you have to accumulate 60 points for one photo. 60 points, it takes about 3 months to accumulate. Yeah, so you have to maintain your conduct. 3 months, yes, to get just 60 points, then you can redeem for your photo. I and my wife were married in 2008. So after that, after 1 year, I need to come into prison because of some cases that I've done. So during that time, my wife was pregnant. She's still waiting for me. She never leave me. My wife didn't miss any visit. Only twice because she needed to give birth and bring my eldest daughter for checkup. I use money to show my love to my wife. Whatever she want, like those branded bags, all these, I just okay, let's go. We go and get it. They provide their living, the house, grocery maid, everything. I can feel like some of my wife don't have to work. And slowly, I start to fall back to drugs. Slowly, everything gone.
Come give me your pants.
I feel it's a bit actually quite humiliating because on and off I have to strip for people like those prostitutes. We are no different.
If I was found guilty in the court of law, I'll be hanged by the neck. I was petrified. I really think I'm going to die. I even make my own will.
She wants to divorce with me. I feel it's very unfair.
Okay, Ashraf can grant 507. 507.
507, standby.
When the inmates step out of the cell to attend program or go for recreation yard, we do the search.
Okay, come, I search you first.
They will take out their clothing, so we will actually do an inspection to make sure there's no bodily harm.
Okay, come give me your pants.
I feel it's a bit actually quite humiliating because on and off I have to strip for people. When I do the search, I also compare myself to those prostitutes. We are no different. We have no choice.
The officer will actually just do a quick rub down.
Okay, come, you can wear back.
To make sure that they do not try to hide anything in the clothing.
Can I have your file?
And also to check whether the inmates has any injury. So it's really more for the safety of the inmates and also officers.
Yeah, guys, just follow through. Follow it on.
Okay, come, can proceed.
Okay, let's go here.
Hi
guys, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, how's everybody?
Very good.
Very good, good. No good.
My sentence is 3 years, 6 months. So I already served 2 years already. So I will be releasing on next year, July.
Let's start with the breathing first.
My only support is my girlfriend now. She's the only one who will visit me.
Imagine yourself sitting on the grass.
The class that I run currently is on family violence intervention.
In front of you is a river, a small river.
Generally, we will start off with a mindfulness-based activity. Basically, is an activity that allows them to work on if they have issues with rumination, like thinking too much about the past or worrying about the future.
Just notice, how does the river look like?
While doing mindfulness, a lot of things like the past, the remorseful, the guilt, then will come to my mind.
What did you hear?
Because we come in here, then there is a separation of time with our family. Like for me, I left my daughter alone outside for 2 years. So there is this guilt that why I cannot be a good father, that supporting her outside, helping her, guiding her.
Did you put the thinking, the thoughts on the list and let it
Yeah. Then I feel more relaxed, like blank like that. Like I unload my burden. Why I'm taking this course is because one of my charges this time actually involved family violence. My ex-wife divorced with me, so there is actually bad terms. She's trying to stop me from seeing my daughter. Enraged, I will bang the door, I will shout at her like that, ask to see my daughter. So after that, probably she's worried and scared that I might do something wrongly. It actually kind of helped me to reflect a lot of things, rights and the wrongs. So maybe let me reflect that the way I treat my ex-wife, probably there is a lot of wrong step or miscommunication or things that doesn't do good. So probably the change is start with me, I guess.
All right, guys, with this we end this session. We'll see you again next week, okay? All right, take care, please.
So usually our newspaper is 2 weeks old. It's not the current one. So I was flipping through, then I happened to saw this familiar face. When I saw, I was very stunned. So I cannot believe it's my mom. So I flipped the paper away, trying to tell myself it's something I saw wrongly. Because July I just contact her. Then when I saw this paper, it's on October. So I tell myself, cannot be things happen so instant. But after that, I turned back because I really want to not confirm. So after that, I just saw my name over here. Then I know it's my mama. So she passed away last year on October 14. At that point of time, immediately I actually went to one corner. So I cannot control, so I cry. So I just let out. Her last word to me is she will come and visit me. I think my biggest regret is I never really tell her I love her a lot. I wish I can be a good son to her. I really love her a lot. Yeah, I really love her a lot. Yeah. And I cannot turn back the time anymore. Then for now, I only can tell myself, for her, I want to change and let her have her peace. I don't want to fail her anymore.
If you can see the HO attendants, they are laying up the food plate to issue to the inmates inside the cell. The HO attendants are workers. They will get paid 2 weeks once. Some portions of the salary will go for their savings, and some portions of the salary they can use to buy their snacks. $5 to $6 for a week, that's their salary. This bag is about a week worth of salary. Okay, so you can open. You check first. Take what you want, because I cannot let you keep everything inside the cell. Okay? You take half, another half, you put back inside the plastic bag. We will keep in the office. We don't want them to keep a lot of items in the cell and make it like a mini supermarket in the cell. Because that will, again, will cultivate smuggling behavior. Okay, so this one I keep. So I repeat.
Sandwich biscuit.
Sandwich biscuit 2.
Yes.
Muruku 1.
Muruku 1.
Bakso 1. 2 sandwich biscuit, 1 oatmeal cracker. Okay. So I will keep this with me. Okay. Not all the inmates are workers. So these items are very valuable. They can give this packet to another inmates in order to get something else from them. Even medications, where they can also trade through this. So we are very strict and we are very observant on all those things.
My wife, she wrote me a letter. She did mention that she want to divorce with me.
Because my daughter always curious, she wanted to know more and more. Daddy, are you fierce at workplace? Daddy, did you beat inmates in prison?
Problem you need to drink, no need to how to drink. 90% case of people you mentioned 1 week or 2 4 times, kawan 16 times. Time 6 months, I'm going to stay here. 96 times, I will get diabetes. Because the taste is totally sugar taste, no taste, right?
But that one already got the sugar, right?
Yeah, but the sugar, the problem.
Here in maximum securities, most of the personal supervisor, we have average around 20 inmates under our care. So basically A to Z, any issues of the inmates, they will always look for the personal supervisor.
In the morning I get the own, my anger come out. Seriously again.
Then how you manage?
That's why I manage, I try to control myself, what to do. Think positive first, try to solve the issue.
Okay.
I think I'll go and see OC tomorrow.
Okay.
Talk to him, I think he will understand.
Okay. Okay, come fall in into hands on your head. Onion, take note, I got 1-5, evacuating now for fire drill. Hands on your head, hands on your head. Okay, day room 1 all clear, no inmate inside. I checked all the cell already. All clear already, all locked up. We are not just unlock and lock up the inmates. But LBSP, I go to workshop 7. We also conduct lessons. We create activities for them. Chief.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. How are you?
Fine, man.
So I need your help lah. This one they do already, right? So I need another 20 more. So there are a lot of activities for the inmates. For example, like sport activities, drama, lessons, drawings. Okay guys, good afternoon. I just want you all to share how you all feel when you do the painting, before and after the painting lah. Okay, I saw some of you all completed. Okay, and I saw some of them still haven't completed yet lah. So by this Thursday will be our last week of completion of this project.
This is my pass, yeah.
Okay, so this is your pass lah.
It's not helping me, so that's why it's falling down. I think I need to chop down the tree and restart again.
Okay.
Yeah. So in order to have a fresh start, I draw this tree that is being chopped away.
This is my 4th incarceration. My first incarceration when I was 18 was on 2008. Because they say that you have to go prison to seems to be strong. So I quite looking forward for my imprisonment.
Okay, Bravo can grant me 507.
There was no law in my life, so basically whatever I want, I just reach out for myself. I'm the rules and law because I was on drugs. When I am actually short of money, the easy way out is to go and theft. I was facing a divorce. Then my mom also got cancer. So I maybe don't know how to handle my emotions. I start smoke drugs just to immobilize myself. And for this time, I feel that I really need to change because I tired of the keep coming back. Because of drugs, I actually lost my mama. And I lost my daughter, custody. So I told myself I don't want to fail again for these two people.
For this incarceration, I don't have any contact with my daughter lah. I love her a lot lah. Before I come in, every weekend, if I can, definitely I will bring her out, make her happy. The last time I saw my daughter was few days before I get caught.
My daughter told me and tell me, can you just don't commit any more crime? But then when she said that, I really commit the crime lah.
So this 1 year plus, going to 3, she never come and visit me. I try write to my ex to through her contact my daughter, but then I didn't get a response from my ex-wife. Yeah, I think it's because those mistakes I done must have been really hurt her lah. Maybe she don't want me to in contact with my daughter too lah.
My wife missed a visit, missed second visit. When she missed, I feel very disappointed.
Grayson's goal is to strengthen his relationship with his family, to basically to be a father and a husband. If there's no family support for Grayson, it would make it even challenging for him to change because there is no goal that he is working towards.
My wife, she wrote me a letter. She did mention that she want to divorce with me. I was like stunned. I don't know how to answer her. She had waited for me, not only this sentence. It's been since 2009, when she first got pregnant, I was inside in prison already. I just left 1 year plus, then you do this. If you want to do this, must well do this when I was just sentenced. Sometimes I would think that maybe, I don't know my wife, we all human, we all also need someone to care. I went to approach the psychologist to ask them, what should I do for this marriage? They asked me to get a piece of paper to write 5 things that I want from this marriage and 5 things that why I doesn't want to continue this marriage.
Okay, thank you. Actually, every day we get this tab which is at 5 o'clock. Every day we only can use the limit of 1.5 hour lah. We have this so-called info center. I will check it out on the info news every day lah. After that, then I will check anybody got write to me lah. The one who write me most is my girlfriend lah. This photo is inside the e-letter. She sent a copy, then they actually scan and put inside the e-letter. Yeah, the first photo is I bring my daughter go out and play the bouncy castle. So the second one is I with my girlfriend at Fort Canning. Okay, so this is what she wrote to me lah. Maybe if I met you earlier, you wouldn't fall for drugs for the second time. For the 9 months we spent together, I do see and feel you are a good person and have a potential to do better. So basically, I have to read my girlfriend letters for a few days, then after I reply her, like one shot. One e-letter we can have about 8,000 words. So I will try to use out my maximum, so in order to not left out any spaces.
My name is Iskandar Sultan. Apprehended for drug trafficking. Resigned to my fate because it's hard for most drug traffickers to escape the gallows. My name is Iskandar Sultan. I'm 41 years old this year. I was apprehended in April 2012 for drug trafficking. 35.31 grams of pure dimorphine. Basically, if I was found guilty in the court of law, I'll be hanged by the neck. I was petrified. I really think I'm going to die. I even make my own will.
That was really a big blow for us because that time I don't know how to tell my parents that his charge was death penalty.
Anak-anak yang baiklah. Tak boleh nak tanggunglah apa perasaan saya seorang ibu. Perasaan amat je lah. Saya sedih lah anak terjadi macam ini.
My mother, my sister, all of them already prepared for the worst. On 2015, January, that was my first trial for 8 days. The time was insufficient. So in 2017, we go for another 8 days of trial. So during that trial, my counsel really worked hard because he's trying to creating a reasonable doubt, so that the court want to reduce the sentence. Because I already told him I want to go to the gallows.
Seriously, I'm very scared. I'm very scared that am I going to lose a brother? Really, I don't know what to do.
Apa kita berdoalah. Kita mesti nak selalu berdoalah. Apa yang terjadi ni minta pada Subhanahu Wa Taala lah. Itu je yang kita boleh buat lah.
So after the second tranche of trial, we went to a third tranche of trial. That was on 2018 June. Then I saw my counsel came out from the judge room. He told me that, Iskandar, now they decide to give you an offer. 27 for the trafficking, 1 year for the consume and possession to run consecutively. And lucky, the judge give me 24 years for the second trafficking and 1 year for the consumption and possession. I take the offer. So from High Court, they send me to maximum security. So basically there's 2 televisit per month. And my mother and my sister will take their turns to come and visit me every month without fail. Rain or shine.
Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Botak.
Macam ni. Masak? Apa khabar?
Baik, sihat. Alhamdulillah.
Dah makan belum?
Belum, aku belum makan lagi. Aku belum makan lagi. Tadi kelang kabut dah. Mak belum. Nanti kejap lagi aku bawa mak pergi makan.
My mother is illiterate. She can't write my letters. In our prison for 5 times, she will come and visit me. And usually she will say, when you go in again, I won't visit you again. But when I came in, she will come.
Ni mak baru dapat tadi gambar kecil-kecil kau. Gambar kau, gambar mak gambar Masura. Birthday.
Mak buang.
Kau tengok gambar kau kecil-kecil. Aku tak ada si Masura. Nak buang pula. Dah tu buang kejap. Asal nak buang?
Ngaruh.
Habis aku cakap apa dapat gambar tu. Kecil-kecil kau baik. Dah besar kau jadi hantu pula. Pasal kecil-kecil baik lah.
When I was kid, I was afraid of my mother. So as I grew up, the relationship changed to like the conversation is like a friend conversation. I try to make joke to cheer her up. I don't want to think that to be sad by looking at me. So I will try not to say all the things that will make her sad
For us, 25 years compared to death penalty is so much different. He is here for us. We can visit him every month. We can talk to him. We can listen to him.
Mak berharaplah supaya apa yang 7 tahun ni akan jadi yang terbaik lah. InsyaAllah lah mak tengok dia lah. Jenguk dia, doakan dia. Tak tahulah ajal maut ni. Selagi kita hidup lah, selagi kita hidup.
Dengar, Kanda. Apa yang kau belajar, kau simpan. Kau simpan tau. Nanti kau keluar kan. Apa yang kau belajar, kau buat.
It is not about keeping them in. It's about preparing them to return to their community. If the family is intact and supportive and welcoming for the inmate, it gives them a better chance of staying crime and drug free.
Kau salam. Pandai je cakap kat dalam.
Dah habis, goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye.
You got asthma?
But long time we can become.
Previously, they don't share anything to the officer. The moment they come inside, they see blue uniform. For them, it's like an enemy, you see. How are you?
Still a lot running in my mind.
But now, it is changing. They are sharing a lot of things. So as a personal supervisor, we interview them 3 months once. But sometimes when the inmate have issues, they can come and request to see us anytime they want.
Yeah, I lost so much. I already lost my dad.
Okay.
I lost my house. I lost my home.
You need to think about your daughter lah.
Someone she already lost me. What's the point? If you get what I mean, what's the point? Rather than I share my pain and she see my pain. So I just put it there. And that's it.
No, you cannot say like that. That's wrong already.
I will kill myself. I will just end my life.
Graceson, you have television. Okay, Bravo, can you grab me cell 508 for television? Yeah.
After that day, she said that she want divorce. Never really think that she will come already. Hello. She afraid that I might not change. So if God really, if I can't change, then she will definitely leave me, she said. So this is like so-called my last chance. I also understand, like if I'm the one outside, so I don't know whether I can wait so long. But for now, she's willing to wait and give me a chance, one more chance. So that I feel happy about it. 这样，现在做工啊？
我做工一半要跑鼻子里。
毕业才几时出 result？
然后你谁跟你对方吧还是？然后要出来吗？他自己要是讲了 I think I will get 28，他在讲。然后现在如果他拿28分哦，哇也是讲了，很多学校 match 到28分的耶。
then 这样。
他在睡房间哦。是我昨天进去要讲，他在学校是有人跟他讲你爸爸在 prison， 所以你要坏，你要像你爸爸一样在 prison something like that。然后学校就跟他解释哦，他讲因为你老师要你坏蛋吗？他是拿这个 example 来讲，不是在讲你的爸爸。然后他很 affected 他讲你个人他要讲都可以吧，可以讲我爸爸在做，然后什么这种。
他会帮我讲话。
好的，他是帮你讲话啦。
看到
他真的一直在喷你。
I thought that she really forget me, like how I've been treating her, the love for her. But at the end, I feel that she didn't forget me. She still put me in her heart. Feel my heart like very pain.
哎呀，你不用这样担心啊，人家骗你也不会做梦。
然后有时候会打给他哦，跟他讲话哦，不懂他会不会 surprise 还是什么，我不懂啊。还是你不要跟他讲啊，我要给他这样，忽然间电话响了，看他听，看他讲。
哦，你 request 了？
已经 request 了，但是那个这边的那个最大的 OC 跟我讲了，他讲叫我打，他讲当做是 BSLE 的，然后给他一个 reward， 叫他打给他。他讲你 request 我 approve。
你打给我不懂要几点打嘞？
我应该 try 下午吧，只能下午不可以，没有晚上了，晚上没有警察了。
下午3、4点这样打，因为通常你早上人他已经在学校了吗？
没有 weekend
我怕他不会听诶。
我也是怕这样啊。完了，先打给他，如果真的他没有听，我就叫他们 try 跟 officer 讲，打给妈咪，叫妈咪呀，他应该会在家啦哦，拜6礼拜。
妈咪他做工不可以听电话诶。
weekend weekend 做工啊
？weekend 都还是有做。
Hopefully by this weekend I can make a call, then talk to her and tell her everything.
Tengok dulu, jangan sambung dulu dia. Okey. Tahu dia. Okey. Boleh
Normally, how you manage your stress?
Read, then work out a bit. Yesterday, the day also very stressed. I don't know who to look for. It's all because of me. Because I can't give her the love that her father needs. I can't be there for her. I don't know what I can do. After the visit, I look for officer.
Hi, Graceson.
Sergeant Mutan came. I don't trust people so easily.
How are you?
Okay. Although he forget the request or what, he will ask you, you did request something, right, that I've forgotten. He's a very good officer. So I trusted him, I share with him a lot also. I don't know whether also it does affect because when I got caught, the commando team all come out, they take the shield, or they ask the children come out, but the police all go in. They all saw everything. These few days, going home late, I don't know why, sometimes she locked herself in the room or toilet, then she start to scream. Then my wife tried to talk to her. She go to the toilet and scream again. Because she followed my wrong footstep. So I gone through, then I mix with a lot of people, then I see a lot. So some of my daughter is a girl, so I'm so scared. And some more I with my daughter already few years never really communicate.
When last time you meet your daughter?
I ask myself, it's been really very long. If I'm not wrong, it's about maybe last year. When there's nothing to do before sleep or what, I would think about all the past. I'm the one who spoiled everything,
It is like a pressure cooker. If there are other issues that they encounter, for example, problems in the family, it would result in a pent-up, frustration or extreme sadness that they may not be able to know how to express. So what we do is to help them to talk about these things, at least releasing a little bit of this pressure so that they can function normally.
My late father did an operation on April 2020, before his birthday. Then he passes on 17th of December 2020. March 2021, then I just served my sentence on it. My dad suffered with stage 4 cancer, colon. So the regret is there lah, because I doesn't talk much with my dad. After my late father passed, my stepbrother took my mom away. Then I'm not close with my stepbrothers. So the contact between me and my mom is very limited because I don't know where's my mom. So I don't know how she's coping.
Okay, so this is the televisit room. The inmate will sit here, and the monitor is where the family member can be seen from the monitor. They must apply and must be approved to visit. Basically, there's an age limit. It must be 21 years old and above, where they can become a main card holder. Card holder means the visit card will issue to the family member. So basically, one card for one inmate. So for inmates, visits are very important for them. Due to COVID, we temporarily cease face-to-face. There are some inmates, they have no visits at all. Their behaviors and everything sometimes are different. They give us challenging times lah. Some of them, they don't, simple thing they don't do, like we ask them tuck in your t-shirt, they don't do. They say, okay, Sergeant, why I need every time to tuck in t-shirt?
It's a one-man cell. That loneliness when you can't express yourself to talk to somebody will not there. You can just pick a phone and say, how are you doing? You take things for granted until you end up here. If you want to visit, you need to have a main card holder, the age of above 21 lah. So my daughter is only 12. And I'm still waiting for my friend or my cousin lah to visit me. But I don't know when yet lah. There's no visit, the struggle is there.
So yesterday night you sleep well or not?
No.
How you never sleep?
Because I already have so many problems and I know this is never going to end well.
What you were thinking?
Why don't have a family understanding that can talk things out rather than end up dispute? At the day on my sentence, I cannot even see my mom. Cannot even talk to my mom. Cannot even in contact with my mom because of my stepbrother. Never even see her. Never get to see her at all. Not even a word. So I tell my daughter, in between these 2 years, if anything happened to her, how am I supposed to forgive myself? You want to say that my daughter gonna feel lost again that doesn't have a father. She grown up with her mother, and I know she'll be taking care well with her mother. So what's more, rather than I share my pain and she see my pain, so I just put it in, and that's it. I will kill myself. I will just end my life.
Hello, good morning. Can I speak to Ma'am Rashida? Hi ma'am, this one Sergeant Mutan here from B1. This regarding inmate Khai ma'am. We need your assistance. Khai, she is a bit emotionally disturbed.
So when there's concern about safety, usually officers will respond first. If need be, if they need support, that's when our psychologists will come in and support them.
I was granted a phone call.
Okay.
Call my mom lah.
You did. How do you feel?
Frustrated.
Yeah?
Frustrated, angry. You can't do much. But yeah, let them be. This is what they want. Right? So
What do you mean this is what they want?
My stepbrother like to control things. I called my mom and I said, is everything okay? Your appointment? She says yes, her appointment all well, taken care. But when I asked about the house, my stepbrother will loudspeaker the phone. And that's where my stepbrother wife jumped in and said, oh yeah, this is my father's house. All I know that my daughter tell me that my stepbrother tell her, if you want your father's stuff, take it and get out from the house. 3 things. First is the things that cannot be bought. It's my memory with my family in that house, and I grown up there. The 10 minutes of a phone call is just come to waste. My worry is to start all over again, back to square one. Because I have a daughter who's gonna stay with me soon. And if I doesn't have a accommodation to stay, how am I gonna support my daughter? Had enough.
You've had enough.
Had enough. Enough of that
yeah.
frustration, anger,
Yeah.
to a point that I want to suicide and stuff.
Some of them may feel depressed because of things that happen outside, and they're not able to solve it. It's teaching them skills is really important. Whenever they feel angry, they're equipped with these skills that they can help soothe themselves or help them to feel calmer. Outward anger is when we use violence on others, and for yourself, this frustration and this anger. You try very, very hard to cover that part. You very quickly go to problem solving. That's when we hurt ourselves. We are violent towards ourselves. When you experience a strong feeling, maybe sadness, that you stay with it, that you allow yourself to feel it, and it's okay to cry. While you try so hard to not be violent towards others, but you do that to yourself, think about hurting yourself. And that's the part that you really need to be very, very careful, because that's also an act of violence. Hang in there and to let it pass. When you feel sad and you cry, it's okay because it will pass.
Just a minor thing, a small thing that I need in myself. It's a hook. It's not stick already, the double-sided doesn't drop. I look for the officer for help. Then the next day, he just treat that nothing happened.
Don't take things too personal, okay?
So 1 time, 2 time, I okay lah. I read by the 3rd, 4th, he never do for me. Very pissed off, very, very pissed off. Worst thing, maybe like I get to hit him or what.
Hello, how are you doing out there? Everything been fine for you? How is our daughter? What school did she get into? Does she miss me? Are you still very angry on me? Still very hate me? I want to apologize for my past words and action which have hurt you.
I want to seek forgiveness from a lot of people lah. One of them is, I hope, forgiveness from my ex-wife. And I hope to be given a chance to take care of my daughter.
Okay, solid to Bravo. Can start unlocking the room yet. Hey guys, stand by guys. Okay, once ready, come fall in. Right now, the time is 2 o'clock. Okay, your yard is 2 hours. Okay, come, carry on.
I want to put some requests.
You want to put what?
Yeah, some requests. I want to put...
So for inmates, most of the times, the only contact person is the officer. So they have any requests or anything, any issue, they always look for their personal supervisor, which is the officer like myself.
I want to request for accommodation. After release, then I want to find a place to stay.
Okay, Ken.
I left about 8 months in my sentence. One biggest worry is my accommodation. So when I release from here, I definitely don't have a roof.
Just to check, how about your family? Where does your family stay and everything?
Because I very long I never go back home already. So yeah, my only support last time is my mama. So but then she passed away already. So I cannot actually go back the home.
Oh, your siblings? Any of your siblings? Anyone?
We are not very close contact.
So you have no contact with them?
No.
You will be staying alone?
With my girlfriend. Because I have a fiancé waiting for me outside. So my first only step is to actually stable myself first. Then that is where I was explore the other plannings.
They will arrange an interview with you. Then you explain everything to the social worker.
Okay. When outside, I don't have accommodation, so I don't have enough rest. I cannot really concentrate on my work. So without work, definitely my money also facing issue. So that is where all my negative and crime mindset come in. So that is why I repeated my offense and coming back here.
All right, gentlemen, today is your reward redemption day. We're watching a movie. Good job on accumulating enough points for the movie session. Keep up the good work and your good conduct. Any questions for me? All right.
Gentlemen, thank you, sir.
If they are well behaved from the whole week, we will give them a point. On the Friday, they can choose what rewards they want.
Pretty much accepted that they're hard and they could be again.
This one is considered our lucky day. So usually it's about 3 to 4 months once. Although inside here we watch the movies, all is like very, very bad treated one. To see movies is like something very precious to us. Nicer than watch in the cinema. Yeah, maybe this, when we lost something, then we appreciate something.
When you hear the thud, you get in your life.
Now we're having movies, so it's related to our programs. Heroes, like how we manage our emotions and our family's violence, all that.
The Violence Intervention Program, or HERO in short, is actually meant for inmates with violence antecedents. So they will actually undergo this program with counselors to help them understand their offenses better, train their cognitive abilities.
Hello, Khai, Graceson, afternoon. Oh, you all just had a haircut. I'm Rashida. I'm a psychologist with the Singapore Prison Service. What we do as psychologists is to do assessments, and this would help to address triggers that would lead to violent behaviors or aggression. Okay, notice the outline of your hands, the fingers, and then the spaces between your fingers. If there are any thoughts going through your mind, acknowledge it. Would that be something that you would be doing next time?
To be honest, no. Because it's too detailed.
Too detailed?
It might trigger other things.
When it triggers, acknowledge it.
And move.
Your hand, I saw a little scar earlier. That might have triggered something. Anything, any person, any place, we get triggered until to the point of rage. And what happened to our behavior when we are very angry? It becomes an action. Exactly.
Family can help them change. It can also be a trigger factor. For example, they may have issues with communication with each other, which may lead to family violence.
Do you think nagging is also a form of communication?
Yes.
Yes, Keng say yes. Why do you say so?
Show that they care for you.
They care for you.
So that's why they nag. They bother to nag.
Sometimes they nag too over already. Like,
Okay, what about it that makes it irritating?
they keep say already, then they repeat. Then say again, then repeat. Keep rewind also.
So there is this thought, you should understand me, you're my family, right? And at the same time, doesn't seem like that's happening.
Like I got this situation, I just normal talk to my friend. Then my wife will think that why you can share your friend, why you cannot share with me?
And why do you choose a friend instead of your wife?
Like example, like I say, okay, after this sentence, planning to like go and take some course for cooking, all this. Then she will just answer me, you want to go and learn? You cook Maggie me also don't know, you want to go and learn? Then no need you must well you come home, I teach you. Walao, is it this type of pattern?
That's a good example. Okay, pause there. Very good. Okay, let's get help from the other guys. And she said, wow, you cannot even cook Maggie mee. Well, what do you think her perspective, what she's thinking? What's behind that?
So maybe she wants to take this time to spend time with you because share the
But
food.
the problem is, she herself also don't know not really how to cook. Not.
Do you have her before?
Never. I myself, I don't know how to cook.
So it's really about expectations.
If you look at it, right, it's really listening and reflect. What is my spouse or my family members, for that matter, trying to tell me? Reflect what they might be feeling. Okay? At times, right, they may also feel awkward to be telling you something so directly.
But what's important is you and your wife need to talk about it lah.
I plan like after I get my new passport, then I move. You cannot play drugs in Singapore.
If I were to succeed in something, but without drug, and I would take probably at a slower rate, how does that sit with you?
Boring.
It is certainly quite worrying if he's articulating those thoughts.
Attention to all inmates, fall in for mouse to check now. I repeat, fall in for mouse to check now.
Master check is actually unique to prisons. So this is also done for prison school.
Good afternoon, man.
Good afternoon.
After I was sentenced, right, I reached the maximum institution. I calculate how much time I left in prison. So after cutting off the remission and the remands, I left with 10 years. I know there is a prison school. There is a NT level, NA level, O level and diploma. So I do the calculation 1 year for NA, 1 year for O level and 2 years for diploma. Maybe after the diploma, I will want to pursue study in the degree course. So along the way, the registration is open. So I submit the application form. I feel happy that I be selected and fortunate because from what I know, there's a lot of applicants. So for this year, I move on to take my O levels.
So every year they can actually apply for whatever levels they want to apply for. It may be N, O, or even A. So after they have registered interest, we will actually clear them based on conduct or even runway in prisons, how long more they have with us.
So the interest loan is 1,600 divided by 1/4.
So right now it's 825. So usually this is the time that I do my revisions with my cellmates.
253.
In prison, this is how you study. You have to sit on the floor. As my age catching up, I feel the pain. So for each subject, right, you will receive a worksheet that is thick. We don't have TV, we don't have radio, we don't have computer, we don't go in social media, so we just spend our time on study. And that really make our time fly very fast. So sometimes you'll be shocked at people asking for more worksheet. So after class, usually my teacher will tell us, okay, you need to do this topic, and to be handed up by the next lesson. If I don't do it every day, I can't catch up.
For prison school inmates, they're actually very busy. They actually have much lesser free time here. Median sentence is about 3 to 5 years. So if we actually let them study compress syllabus, compressing from 4 years to 1 year, we actually allow more inmates to benefit from the education within prisons.
So I will study until 9:45. After that, I'll pack up my things and rinse myself and go to sleep. Because I have to wake up 4 a.m. this morning. My day start at 4:30 a.m. I take a bath, brush my teeth, right? I will do the prayers. 4:45, the staff will issue us the hot drinks for breakfast. So we're having our breakfast early in the morning because we have to be at class by 8 a.m. in the morning. When you go into class, you don't feel like you're inside prison. It's totally different. When we talk to teacher, right, it's like a friend.
Good morning, sir.
Take a seat. Please help me distribute the notes for today. Thank you. Right, guys. Going back to the situational writing piece. Going back to the PAC. What is PAC? Can somebody remind me what is PAC? I've been teaching here for almost 2 years. I teach English here, mainly the O levels. So P is purpose. Was a little bit intimidated at the start. Many of them had rather rough-looking tattoos. A is audience. But once I stepped into the classroom, I realized that they were just like any ordinary students, eager to learn and very concerned about how to do well for the exams. Mainstream students will always have access to online resources or even expensive private tuition. But over here, they are quite reliant on me to prepare them for the exams and to provide career guidance. Who did number 3? Iskandar. Yes,
Iskandar. So I talk about the skills I have.
Yes, of course.
I'm a conscientious and meticulous person. When it comes to details, it will be helpful for the event planning for the children, such as the sport day. That's the skill I have.
Oh, you are a what? A meticulous person?
Conscientious and meticulous.
Conscientious.
Conscientious and meticulous
Yes.
person. When it comes to detail.
I wonder where you get those words from.
From you lah.
Experience. Iskandar is a very lively and rather humorous student. I mean, beyond that, because he's so eager to learn, he's actually very hardworking. Questions so far?
Sir. I mean, for the two, right? I just put head of citizenship at email.com, right?
Yeah. The email is up to you.
Then I got the subject, right?
Yeah. So, phones in general means it can be any screen. So, in fact, by changing to the, it's actually wrong.
Actually, I believe I'm a bright student because I came from the express stream. But unfortunately, I tend to do mistake in my life and get myself straight away from the school, right, to commit crimes. If I had given the second chance, I'll be at the gallows, or maybe I'll be hanged already. I'll be dead by now. So, when having this opportunity, right, I will use it wisely.
You intend to do our part-time diploma course, right?
Diploma in logistics.
Once you complete that, there's even
Further studies.
further studies. The Bachelor of Science in Logistics and Supply Chain Management. You can even do it while you're in prison school. You don't have to wait till you're outside.
For this time around, I don't want to waste time in prison. I choose study because in future, with certificate, it helps me to get a better job. Once you didn't have a job, you will tend to do the illegal things, because you need money. Because when you are out for prison, when you open your eyes, you think about money, how to live, how to get money, how to survive, what to eat. I really need this to change to have a good start later on my life.
Hi, standby. Bravo, Bravo 204. Bravo 204. Guys, standby. Lost on line, Houston. Guys, proceed to the yard.
Okay guys, before you start for your yard, remember to put on your mask properly and ensure safe distancing. Okay, I see.
Good.
Afternoon guys, carry on.
Most of us are looking forward for the yard time because only we have twice a week for the yard. This is different from the maximum institution because in maximum security, I will go for yard every Monday to Saturday for 2 hours. After a stressful day in class, memorizing the formula, doing all the revisions, the 1 hour and 1 hour 50 minutes is so precious for us. For us as a student, yeah, it's very important. I came to prison school on the 3rd January 2020, and that's the first time I've been to the open yard. The first thing I see is the open sky. Because the maximum institution, all this while I've been seeing a ceiling. I never seen an open sky for such a long time. Then I see there's an aeroplane, I see there's a bird, right? So this is what I've been missing for such a long time in the prison. I really miss all these things.
I miss the rain. I like cold weather. I like rain. I enjoy raining days, even when I'm outside. I miss the sun, miss the rain, miss getting outside. The view very important for us. It's like the only way that we can feel outside. There's a black Maria, they call it. The one that comes in and out through the front gate. There's the one that from here to court and court come back here. So every time when I saw that bus, I just don't want to see it again because it can remind me that that's the starting of the whole entire thing.
Rusdi, were there difficulties that you encounter when you were out before you come in here?
The influence of getting money, cars, credit card and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I use eyes for things that I do in life. I just move on like 3 days without sleeping, 4 days without sleeping, 5 days without sleeping. Because you keep on gathering more and more issues. You know, if you stop, you're gonna lose like 2,000. So why must you stop?
How does that sit with you, knowing that if I were to achieve, if I were to succeed in something, but without drug, and I would take probably at a slower rate, how does that sit with you?
Boring.
What are your plans in terms of drugs when you're released in the future?
I plan like after I get my new passport, then I move. You cannot play drugs in Singapore.
It is certainly quite worrying if he's articulating those thoughts. But in the end, once they're released, we don't know what are the different things that might happen outside. He does have a very good family support, and his ability to connect with them, his willingness to connect with them. So these are some of the things that might actually help Rusdi keep to his change path.
Kau buat dengan aku sekali lah. Jadi aku belajar kau sekali. Macam, sini. Sebelah aku. Alamak, cik nampak.
For Rusdi, giving advice to other inmates on exercises, it could be seen as a gang-related activity.
Kau buat dengan aku sekali lah. Jadi aku belajar kau sekali. Ini kau kena belajar bermain sendiri lah. Alamak, cik nampak.
For Rusdi, I do see him a bit in the open yard, giving advice to other inmates on how to do a particular set of, exercises. Based on his expertise. In a way, we encourage because it builds rapport amongst the inmate. But at the same time, it could be seen as, a gang-related activity. So it's a bit in the middle of the fence for that one.
They will ask me question for tips so that I can guide them. We have a kind of grouping together that eventually do HIIT here, and it's very, very high intensity rather than the normal one outside, because down here we can really focus fully on our activities. Of course, the people are fitter here, of course, yeah, definitely.
The majority of offenders are actually drug offenders. So they come in with certain lifestyle and they're scrawny, skinny, Once they go out, they're fit. Because the food they eat, the time they spend exercising, that's the irony, right?
Rusdi, okay, come get ready for your televisit. Okay, Rusdi. So who's going to visit you?
My girlfriend, sometimes my mother.
Okay, how often they come and visit you? Every month?
Twice a month.
Twice a month.
I'm Rusdi's very close friend. Technically, I would say yes, I am his girlfriend. But because the relationship is so complicated, it's very hard to actually say out in public.
Ni, Eri keluar dia orang tak sedia Eri kerja.
Tak nak lah.
Try lah.
Nanti sama juga driver delivery juga apa.
Minta yang lain lah saya.
Tak nak lah, apa lagi?
Habis Eri keluar nak buat apa?
Nak relax dulu lah, penat kasih.
Nak relax.
Kasih Ajan.
You inside 2 years, not enough relaxation.
I also have interest to actually go back to fitness.
I don't think you should go back to that.
Tak mau. Mak pun tak galakkan. Tukar kerja lah. Tahu kerja tu je.
My fitness mentor was the one that introduced me to meth. He used it for bodybuilding as a form of water reduction. As a form when the muscles get very lean.
10 years ago, he took drug. That was the beginning of their life upside down. The first time Rusdi took drug, when he came home, dia marah. Dia nak lemparkan kipas angin tu kat cik.
Without drugs, he's really just like a normal person, a good one.
Tak adalah. Kali ni mak kasih undi kebebasan lah. Untuk undi dah besar apa. Dah 30 lebih apa. Dia berfikir. Jadi mak tak nak macam dulu.
Yalah, mak kasih kebebasan. Sekarang masalahnya negeri yang undi duduk tu tak kasih.
Jaga diri sendiri.
Dia tak macam mak lain.
Jaga diri sendiri mesti nak percaya diri sendiri.
Tengok sana.
Orang pun boleh percaya. Itu tau important.
He has to build that trust together with us because we can't trust him fully.
I like him in prison because all can control him lah. He never take drug and he behave. Because if outside nobody to jaga him, you know.
How can I help you today? What happened?
Yesterday I played takraw and then I had slight injury on my hamstring, left hamstring.
Left hamstring. Okay. So we've got quite a lot of people who used to be dependent on substances. So they will come here and they will seek to find medications which can be addictive, like some painkillers. And sometimes they will not tell you what they're looking. They will phrase it in a different way and you just have to suspect and clarify them. Can I just confirm, do you fall down or you just stretch your muscle?
Stretch my muscle.
Stretch your muscle. Okay. Nobody hit you or anything so far?
No one.
What's challenging would be to sift through those undertones. You might think twice before you give them what they ask for. We have to be aware, so that we don't, accidentally propagate the behavior.
Yeah, I just lift up your bottom. So around here lah. Okay. Any injury to your knees? The hips?
Hip, yes.
Hips also kena. Still can walk lah today.
Still can walk.
I had a look. He probably just strained his hamstring, so I gave him some painkillers and advised him to walk around more if he can.
If you're not well, just come back and see us again. Okay. Can lah. Okay. Take care. Have a good day.
Hey, good morning everybody. So today we are going to start our schema elective module lah.
So generally in their childhood, and if hitting someone else was rewarding in the past, that increases the chance of using violence in the future.
Tell us your name, share one of your happy childhood memories. Whoever wants to share, they just start.
Yeah, my name is Graceson. My one childhood memory is when the time we'll be able with my siblings and my father and mother together, the period of time. I can remember one part that we were quite happy together.
Okay, my name is Boon. So one of my happy childhood memory is when I started to play drugs.
I can't seem to think of anything. I blocked out my childhood.
So sometimes growing up is good, sometimes growing up not so good. And sometimes some people go away growing up having certain fears, anxieties, thoughts to protect themselves. Anger? Why anger?
I was 3 years old that I can remember because my mom was pregnant for my sister. And my late father working as a part-time and job hops. I think my mom trying to ask my father, then where's the meal coming from lah. My late father beating my mom up. The mop wood snap kena my late father and I'm bleeding.
When they share stories about themselves, about their childhood, we're reaching out at the core belief to unpeel each layer and to address what is really an issue that's driving the violence. We will then teach them how to challenge or accept these thoughts so that they will come up with a more balanced perception.
I'll give you all some color paper, okay? I got 4 colors, yellow, green, red, and blue, okay? When you put it over your eyes, what do you see? Green. What color is this? Pink.
White.
White. Red. You pull down, what color is it?
Green.
Green. The card I hold is still green. Yes. But the color that you put on makes it look like a different color. When we talk about schema, it's like that. It's something like that. When we go through certain experiences, it colors a bit. Go through even more experiences, it colors a bit. And after a while, that becomes a permanent color. So for example, if I am growing up and I'm telling myself I need to stay safe, I better hide from view so that I don't get beaten up. But if every problem that they face, I better hide, then it becomes a problem already, right?
For Khai especially, there are repeated times that he used violence to get what he needs. And if it works, it would further strengthen that belief that violence works. Violence will solve my problems. After a while, it became like a response, an automatic response.
Back then, my dad suffered with stage 4 cancer. We have my dad appointment lah. We're supposed to meet up with my ex-girlfriend. She doesn't turn up. That's where lead me to frustration, anger. She replied after a few days. She said that she's gonna explain to me everything. She says that she was on the way. That time was around 5:30. And I just keep on waiting at the MRT station. She turns up at 9:30. She did not explain me at all. That is too much already. So that's where I think I burst out. I grabbed her wrist. Why you say you were on the way, you making me like a fool? You know my responsibility is big. What if anything happened to my dad? Are you going to be responsible? I think I feel good that I grabbed her. Because to show the pain, the struggle that I gone through, after time flies, I understand myself. It's not worth. There's something new that I learned in myself.
It's just a minor thing, a small thing that I need in myself. It's a hook. It's not stick already, the double side just drop. I look for the officer for help. Then the next day, he just treated that nothing happened. Very pissed off, very, very pissed off.
Don't take things too personal, okay?
One time, 2 times, I okay lah. Already by the 3rd, 4th, he never do for me. It's really very hard to control this temper. I really wanted to hit him or what, all this. In prison, a lot of things we have to put up requests. Us, like for pencil, we need to put requests. Double shaver for those really grow very fast, they also need to request. Actually, I need one more hook here. Sometimes the hook also not strong, then they drop. Then I need another one for my towel. But I'm still waiting for them to get back to me. Then we will keep asking, hey, sir, have you done the request for me? Some will apologize, sorry, I forget. Then after that, they never help you put up. So at the end of the day, still no one put, then you have to find other officer. In the cell, we will keep thinking, when will he approve? I'm anxious, like trouble. Urgent, I got some problem. I find that one staff got grudges with me. Whatever I ask him to do, he never do for me. I scared later one day I explode, then not nice to him also.
Don't take things too personal.
At first, one time, two time, I okay lah. By the third, fourth, he never do for me.
Why didn't you approach him, ask him what happened?
For now, maybe I see him also, I feel very hot, very stressed. I feel I want to go and straight approach him.
If Graceson show defiance, disrespectful against officer, a report will be submitted and he will be punished. We will seriously take action. His release will be delayed. It can be at another 2 more days.
This temper, it's really very hard to control. So I know myself, when his answer to me is like too unreasonable, I might get angry. So I don't want to talk to him and get myself in trouble.
I understand you're angry, you are so upset and everything. But try to think the consequences lah. We can't expect everything to be happen according what we want. Don't let your emotion take charge of you. So far you managed it well, so continue that. So any issue, anything, you just come and look for me.
So if you recall, we made you do a survey, right? Yeah, and the survey was meant to help us find out what are your schemas. The schema that you scored quite highly was emotional deprivation. It's the expectation that your desire for some emotional support will not be met by others. Going back to as far back as you can remember, when do you recall having these feelings?
When I was 3.
You just have to listen to my voice and just bring yourself back to the time around 3 or 4 years old. Close your eyes. If you don't feel so comfortable, you can look down. Can you describe what is the scene that you're looking at?
In front of me is highway.
What was happening around you?
There's car. We walk a lot from places to places.
What were some of the things that you were thinking to yourself at that age?
Where am I going? Yeah, why people got house, why we keep on moving? We never stay at that one particular place for a long time. Always 2-3 days, then move around. We was homeless.
How does young Khai look like?
I did not smell. It's confused. We only eat 1 meal per day, and I always get hungry when I was a kid.
But what is going through your mind?
Nobody was there, nobody gonna listen to you. Mostly you just hold yourself alone.
His experience as that young child in that moment, his parents couldn't take care of him. They were unavailable for him, although they were physically there. He was alone. What we can do is we can address it. When he encounters a trigger or a difficult situation, he doesn't have to function like what he had functioned as a 3-year-old.
If you were to go up to young Khai right now, what would you want to say to him?
You're gonna be okay. Just stay strong. Don't lose hope.
Why?
My few close friends who always encourage me when they see something bad gonna be happen to me.
As an adult right now, hearing himself say it, you're gonna be okay, don't lose hope. That's where the powerful part of the exercise is. I'm this adult right now who's capable of doing things differently. We're not just looking into to dig and open an old wound, but how we can help it heal, make it part of his strength to go forward.
So after I applied through this FRC, which is a Family Resource Center, to get rent accommodation. I'm still haven't get their call. I'm still waiting and kind of very worried. So I actually seek Sergeant Mutan for advice.
Regarding your referral for the accommodation, Okay, I got reply this week or next week. They will arrange an interview lah.
So in case if let's say fail, how?
Never mind, let them work first, the first step, to find out, because they need to know the eligibility. Do you feel really stressed about this accommodation?
Yes, very, very stressed actually. Yeah.
Accommodation is just one issue. No need to be worried. Okay, on the day when you release, you won't be homeless. I want you to help think about the job. Okay, what you're going to do. You got 7-8 months for you to really prepare. But the real world outside is more challenging.
I imprisonment for 3 years plus, so I feel a bit like left out from the world lah. So now the world also changed already. I'm actually a bit worried that I cannot adapt to outside.
Okay, this one for 15 minutes. Put on the loudspeaker lah. You don't touch the phone. We tried call few times, couldn't get. His face turned red. Maybe the phone got no battery. Bravo can run 5002. Okay, Rusdi, you can pack your item. Now we are transferring you, so you will be attending pre-release program.
Now I'm at cell 549. I'm gonna be here until the release date, and that is like 1 month plus away.
I borrowed this book called How to Talk, so little kids will listen. Because it's been quite so long, I haven't talked to my children, so I want to know like how to really communicate. My eldest daughter was born 2009, and I was inside prison. Prison, we have this thing called newborn, to carry your newborn. The officer verify the birth cert, everything that this children is yours. Then they will ask your family to book for the open visit. So you can carry the baby. There will be only 20 minutes for you to carry. The 20 minutes really mean a lot.
So Graceson has an upcoming call with his daughter, and he's feeling very nervous. She's almost a teenager now. He doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know whether it would be helpful talking with her.
So recently, my daughter tried to go home late, then always used to lock herself in the room, then she started to scream. If you all don't care about me, don't want me, then you let me go out, she said. I've never gone through this before.
Yeah.
Is it normal for her age?
Generally, they would. Now she's 12 years old, right? At her age, they are starting to be aware of a more effective way to express themselves, their emotions.
How should I talk to her? Then I tried to write to her a few times, but she doesn't reply.
As a teenager, what do they need?
Freedom.
Have you taught her cycling before?
Yes.
So imagine you're holding the bicycle. What would you tell her?
Just straight, then just cycle, carry on
Just
cycling.
cycle, go on, then you're holding on. You're making sure that she doesn't fall.
Yes.
All right? So those are boundaries. After a while?
After a while, slowly I would let go and then let her cycle herself.
In the morning, when I saw him, he tell me, Sergeant, today I got phone call. Okay, this one for 15 minutes. Put on the loudspeaker.
Okay.
You don't touch the phone. Then I will set 15 minutes here. Okay. He was a bit nervous because we tried call few times, couldn't get. His face turned red. He's like a bit stressed. Maybe the phone got no battery.
Or maybe she blocked the private number.
Can block private number.
I don't know, I cannot. They say. I'm very anxious. There's a lot of things that I want to tell her.
Hello?
Hello, I'm Sergeant Mugujan here from Singapore Prison Service.
Okay.
Your daddy is here, Mr. Graceson. I will pass the phone to him.
Hello?
Hello?
How are you?
Papa.
Yeah, I tried to make myself, I don't want to let her know that I tear also because the whole communicating, it will be like both of us tearing only. I'm looking at the time, I try my best to talk to her. How are you?
Good.
How your PSLE?
I don't know result yet.
Then how you think can pass?
I don't know.
Nowadays, Mama say you always late come back. Next time you late, Mama call, you just tell Mama you'll be late.
Okay.
Okay, don't let Mama worry. Oh yeah, then I heard you inside the toilet shout. Why? I miss fetch them to school. Then end of school, when I see her running towards me, yeah, the feeling is like, yeah, I miss almost everything with her. She might think that no one is there for her, no one understand her, no one love her or what. Okay, left another 55 seconds like that. You okay?
Okay.
Is it because nobody share things with you?
No.
Then just write to Papa. To me, she's a very good girl, very soft girl. She's my eldest daughter, then like my princess like that. At the last of it, when the time is coming, she start to cry again. Wow, my heart here pain also, then I'm tearing also. Okay, I left 10 seconds. You be good girl.
Yeah.
Anything, you just write to me, then take care, okay?
Okay.
Okay, finish already. Papa love you,
Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
If she's watching it, I want to tell her that I left with for like 1 year. Hope that she'll wait for me. Papa promise you that go out, we'll do what a family should do. Papa also promise you that she will not live her life without her father again.
Okay, Bravo can grant 502. Okay, Rusdi. You can pack your item. Okay. So you will be attending pre-release program.
This pre-release program in Institution B1, we have them go through some of the reintegration preparation course and also introduce some financial and computer literacy course for them.
So this will be your cell. You will be staying here until your release.
Now I'm at cell 549. I'm gonna be here until the release date. And that is like 1 month plus away. I'm going to watch the cell now. Then we're gonna reset up the whole entire things again. As per normal. I am so used to my own self. So when I'm released from here, my biggest fear is to mingle around with people asking us questions and we need to answer back. So this can be unpleasant moments and people don't understand that. So I need a certain time of period that can be occupied back to the normal times again.
Macam kau?
Ya, bro. Precious.
Hal?
You just want to snap just mengamuk
Now I'm screening through the inmates' magazines, usually sent via their family members through the visits. So thereafter, screening will be done to ascertain if there's any hidden messages, like gang-related messages or contraband like needles hidden inside the spine of the magazine. This censored stamp shows that these magazines have been vetted through by the visit center. Also books, novels, and also photographs will be screened through. Bravo can grant me day room 2 slider. Rusdi, your magazine is here.
Alright, okay.
Okay, this is our magazine. I need your thumbprint to verify that you received.
I'm happy, of course, with the receiving of this magazine. I see this as a gift. The good thing about a magazine or a gift, right, is that it is not the same as the normal everyday that you get. So the once a month gift is eventually always what people are looking for. It might be not much to you guys outside, but inside, it's like gold, you can say.
I received a Hari Raya card. I think my friend sent me to remind me that I'm not being left out or something like that. I think nobody ever sent me a card before, even outside. It made me smile. He asked me to enjoy my Hari Raya while I'm inside, and if anything you need help or what, just text him through e-letters lah. Prison only give you 90 minutes to log in. So usually I will just type in my password first and scan my wrist tag. Every time you have this urge, will you have a letter today? It's good lah to get a letter from her. It says, Assalamualaikum Daddy. Macam sihat tak? Hihi. Ellie baru habis PSLE seminggu yang lalu. Tak tahulah pas ataupun tidak. InsyaAllah Ellie get AL25. You know? Okey lah, sekarang pasal Daddy. Kat dalam Daddy buat apa? Kat penjara ada pembuli tak? Kalau ada, Daddy pernah kena bully atau Daddy bully orang? Main-main aja. Okey, take care. Bye-bye Daddy. Lagi satu, I hope you is proud of me.
Khai, he changed a lot. There was one time he said he don't want to attend the class. He don't think so the programs can helpful. But after that, slowly we asked him, you go and try. So now he already 2 months in the program. He already selected for the peer supporter.
Pa? Oi! Macam kau?
Yeah, bro. Precious.
Hal?
You know, that point of time, you really pissed off really, right? Then, the next thing you know, you just want to snap just mengamuk
For inmates, when we wear blue uniform, the trust It's not 100% sometimes. So when we have a peer supporter, they will also help us to monitor there is any unusual behavior. They will update us. Sergeant, I think he needs some help.
How are we supposed to share our thoughts with the officers? I just want what's rightfully ours. We'll be watching the same program lagi.
I think you have the right to voice it out. So our reaction is supposed to be a new movie each and every time. But this is not the first time that they play the same dish over again. But I also want you to understand that aku tak nak tengok kau serve lagi. Kau nak kena ingat apa yang kita belajar kat sini semua. Take 5 seconds back lah. Think about the family, especially the loved ones. It's not worth it, bro. Kita orang clean image saya cukup time keluar.
Sometimes I just need someone like macam kau datang kau berbual aku. At least I get the things off my chest.
Aku will brought this matter to Sergeant Mutton and hopefully Sergeant Mutton will brought up this matter to SOP or OC. While I'm still here, I will always be your side lah as a friend. That's the best thing that I can do. Don't get me wrong
I'm married, bro.
I'm doing a set of push-up with interval. The interval is by me reading one page. Then I continue back with the push-up again. With my previous incarceration, I roughly know what the schedule in prison is going to be like. I have started planning how I'm going to spend my time in the cell before even I'm coming. Exercise is one of my plans to fulfill some of my time here. Exercise requires you to rest a lot as well. So the time flies extremely fast. I realized that I can make use of the time down here. So I put in the schedule with things that I want to do outside, but I couldn't get it done because it requires a lot of patience, teaming, understanding. So before I move in, I already buy around 40 over books. I receive 6 books monthly from outside. So it was around 8 months of supplies. Then eventually the month goes even faster as well.
Bravo, day room 1 open.
Afternoon, sir.
Hello, Boon Keng. Got good news to tell you. So you'll be undergoing a suitability assessment for community-based program.
Okay.
Good?
Yes, very good. Thank you, sir. Yes.
So do come prepared with your post-release plans.
Okay, that's okay.
Oh, it's okay. All the best, huh?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Later in the afternoon, we'll be having a O-level exam for mathematics. I was helping my friend with maths. I think when you teach someone, at the same time you will also gain some knowledge. It doesn't make you to forget. My favorite subject would be POA. I always get good grades for my POA. Always above 90. Maths will be my second favorite subject because it involves numbers. I can concentrate more. Language is very hard for me. This is my second time taking O-level. Last time I took it in 1999. The feeling is different. I I was a small kids, so I don't even revise my work. But for now, when I already at this kind of age, I have to do well, so I do revise. Frankly speaking, without the knowledge I have for maths, I still feel anxious and nervous.
Thank you. We are considered a private exam center regulated by the Singapore Examinations Assessment Board. We collect the question papers for national exams on a daily basis to the prison school.
Exam. Left approximately about 30 more minutes for my exam. My heart is pounding actually. I'm nervous.
Do not start writing until they are told to do so.
Bravo Control can grant cell 507. Okay, Boon Keng, I'm going to escort you for a PPP.
Okay.
Yeah, you can bring your slipper.
PPP, which is Program Placement Panel, is interviews to see if I'm qualified to serve my last 1/3 of my sentence in the community.
There are a few tracks when we talk about community-based programs. The inmates will either stay at home, at their own home, in a halfway house, or in a work release facility. Essentially, when they are on community-based programs, they will be tagged electronically. They have to abide by supervision conditions such as curfew hours.
My category is work release scheme. So basically, we will transfer to this work release center. Then we will be released in the morning, like 8 a.m. to go to work. After our work, right, we will go back to the center. So to actually stay there and sleep over there. Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, name, inmate number.
Boon Keng, inmate number 259132020.
Tell me more about your current case.
My current case, I got theft, I got cheating, I got drugs, then I got breach of PPO, then that's all.
Okay, so previously, before this, you were at prison school, correct?
Yes. I was there around 4 months.
Why did you give out so fast?
That point of time, because I facing my mom passing away, so
Okay.
that time I cannot concentrate.
Over at prison school site, in the event of any possible irregularity, we always will let the students continue with the examination first. And then because they are here to serve their sentence, they may be charged.
I feel relaxed right now because almost 75% of the question I can answer. And hopefully it's the correct answer. My next paper will be English tomorrow, afternoon. I'm very weak in English. I have to go back and do some revision and see if I can get a good grades for it.
You seem to have some drug issue.
Yes. For me, it's ice.
So even 2019, after your release, you went back to drugs?
Yes, because that time after my release 2019, I faced with divorce.
Divorce, and you cannot face the pressure, so you went back to drugs.
Probably I just want to run away from reality. For me, it's quite intense. I hope the officer will see the change in me and grant me the program.
So this time round, how different would it be?
Okay, this time inside here, I lost my chance to be a good son. So I lost my mom. Then I think it's enough to actually stop me from taking drugs. So my mom, I cannot give her anything already. So probably this the last thing I can give her is that I turn over a new leaf.
What are your plans to remain offense-free and drug-free?
So if this chance is given to me, the work release scheme, I can actually have a accommodation and start working already. So once I have a saving, once I release, I can start to rent a home of my own and start a family with my fiancée.
Okay, so Boon, you have come into the system multiple times. But I noted that you are still attending the hero program, the electives now. After you have complete your elective program, right, I need to hear from your psychologist their assessment on you.
Okay.
Number two, you have committed some disciplinary offences in the past during this incarceration. These are also factors that we will consider. So do not commit any more disciplinary offences.
Yes.
Then we will discuss your case again. Okay, Rusdi, we're going to go through your pre-release interview, okay?
All right.
So I'm going to ask you a few questions that has got to do with your plans for release.
Chin.
All pre-release inmates will have to undergo a pre-release interview. We find out the needs and the support they are looking for. It is our responsibility to, render assistance right before they are released so that they can reintegrate better in the society. Is everything going well with your family?
Everything with my family is going well.
Okay.
They are preparing for the places for me to be at.
That's good. So accommodations going to stay with your parents.
Yeah.
Your relationship with every family members good?
Yeah, everything is smooth.
I've asked him quite a lot about his family because we have inmates not having a stable relationship with their parents or with their siblings. So we need to know whether he can survive outside. Next, do you have a plan to work or study after release?
My plans I want to try is the delivery. So I still got my bike outside.
Okay.
So I was thinking to do delivery when I'm done.
So I just want to remind you that when you work, right, it can be very stressful. When you get stressed, I don't want you to quit. I just want to give you a scenario, just in case you have financial issues, the salary that you get is not enough.
Okay.
Where else can you get money?
Where else can I get money, Mama?
Where else? Then how about financial aid? Like Mendaki, all this?
I don't know. I don't do that.
Okay, but you know these are the places that you can go also, right? Okay, just don't burden your mom so much.
Okay, I don't.
Today, for my English paper, honestly, I think I didn't do quite well because I don't understand the question. It's talking about language and what I studied yesterday. There's not even a single question about that. I was surprised.
Class, time is up. Please stop writing.
English is my weakest subject, and I hope to get at least an E8, not a F9. So to pursue a diploma in logistics. When I read the papers, I see the job vacancies in logistics, and during this COVID outbreak also, I see there's still high demand in logistics. This diploma will be a good thing for me when I release in few years times.
Okay, Rusdi, stand by for your release. Okay, Bravo, can grab me 549, 549, aiming for release.
Okay, Mr. Leong, back the results.
Today is the GC O-level results release. So now I just received the result slips. Two copies each.
2 copies?
Yeah, 2 copies of the result slip and the cert. Over here, all their original certs, we will safekeep for them until they are released. But we will still give them the photocopy of all the documents. Yes, definitely it's a huge day because the students have worked hard for the past year, and in fact some of them, they've been with prison school for a couple of years, and they definitely look forward to today's results release.
Right now I feel quite nervous because afraid of my English result. I only confident in my POA only. I already did my best, so whatever it is, I have to accept.
Good afternoon. Are you eager to know your result? Nervous. I believe you have done your best. In fact, we are very proud of you for you to commit yourself to these studies in prison school. Let me now have opportunity to present you the certificate.
If our students do well in the results, they can e-letter to their parents and family members. Pre-COVID days, we had something called an open visit, whereby the loved ones will come and then they will be seated together and then they can share about the results. But this year, they can only do it through phone calls.
More nervous. Few more people than my turn.
And last but not least, Iskandar.
Thank you. Not bad, no? Happy,
English, you worry, right?
Every day about English.
Not bad, not bad.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone. All right, the officers and teachers will all be around. Okay, so feel free to check and ask any questions or inquiries. All right.
Selamat. I feel quite happy. I passed all the 3 subjects. In Maths, I got B3. And Accounts, I got A1. That's my good subject. English, I was good subject, then I get just pass C6. That's the best. Very proud. The last time I take my O-level, it's much more worse than this. But actually now, right, is like say my praises to Allah for the good result. With His blessing and His guidance, right, I managed to get this result. So I try to do best for my diploma. Yes, sir. My plans after being releasing from prison, which is 7 years from now, if I get a diploma in logistics, I will definitely contribute to this sector. And at the same time, I would like to help the youth at risk. I would like to give a talk at maybe Singapore Boys Home, Muhammadiyah, or other juvenile homes. Because to me, they are vulnerable. I don't want them to go through what I'm going through when I was young and until I was 41 years old. I just want to tell them that they have to choose their friend and their road in life wisely. Because if you sell drug, you'll be like me. If you're unlucky, you'll be hanged. So my point is, stay away from drugs and other illegal activities. Last but not least, if I did or say something that hurt anyone out there, I'm sorry.
I think this most probably will be a love novel because it says down here, don't throw away tomorrow. So, it sounds like something interesting. It says here, the Happiness Project. I think this will be a love one if I'm not wrong. So what else can be happiness besides from love? What completes me in life? I want somebody who never gives up, who never leaves. That's the only thing that I want. I just have one person who I can share everything. Everything, my bad, my good, my what. I share that with my late father, but not as much. But I think to lean on someone who believes in you and bring out the best out of you, that is enough.
First thing that I want to practice and to make perfect is that I want to obey all the rules and regulations in Singapore. So basically, I hope to be a good citizen. I hope that I can pursue my study in psychology. So in future, I can be probably teenager counselor or counselor to those people who in need of help. I want to help this type of people is because I am one of them. So if I can change and turn good, I hope that I can be a useful contribution to the society.
This is my release day. You know already. As you remember, I was counting down the release days with my snack. So this is my last one. Basically, you don't have jasmine green tea and sugar crackers here every day. So I choose these two. Sweet as say. I think the last green tea I had was it should be 2 years ago. Forget the taste already. I really want to get out from here already. From 2 a.m. to now, I just been waiting. Nervous.
Okay, Rusdi, stand by for your release. Okay, Bravo, can grab me 549er. 549er, you made for release. Okay, right, pack your items. Oh, it's packed already. Tuck in your shirt first. Carry everything up.
Definitely when they are released, we are happy for them. We don't want them to come back. We will make it a point to check in on them to make sure that the aftercare areas are being addressed. We will also remind them that once they are released, they need to cherish the time with their family and really make use of the time outside.
Take care of your parents, very important. Most important thing, stay crime-free and don't come back here. Don't waste your time. You are very young, You still got a good future ahead of you.
Remember that feeling, and this is the thing that will actually stop you from coming back. Then we will send him to the record office to do the processing for his release.
We are now at the Class B reception area. Okay, this is the place where the inmates are processed for release. 25459. Okay, come. Show me your wrist tag. There are a few stages where he needs to go through. So what we will verify his identity. Then we serve the conditional remission order for him, if there is. Okay, Rusdi, today you are released on remission from today until 1st March 2023. You must not commit any offence. If you breach any of these conditions, you may be given an enhanced sentence by the court. Okay, you understand? You sign for me. On the first day of submission, his properties was handed over to ST Logistics. Once inmate is released, property is returned back to him.
One of the items that I'm looking forward to is my journal. I will always write down for the things that I have ideas upon.
Okay, just place the box on the floor. Okay, Rusdi, I'm going to do a strip search on you.
The purpose of the search is to prevent him from smuggling out items from inside to outside, for example, messages.
Turn. Okay, your wrist tag still okay? All right, you may put on your clothing.
Basically because we don't have underwear, we don't have long pants. The joy of getting the things back here, we feel like human again. Something that will make us not to come back here again. As I get nearer and nearer to the gate, I will eventually thinking about happiness that is going to be happening to me. The feelings of to able to walk a long distance or getting back to see the sky and the sun will make me very, very emotional. Freedom means peace for me. By me having the luxury to actually do whatever that I want, not to be CCTV all the time. For this sentencing, I take it as a life journey where I eventually able to learn and make myself better so that I don't make any more mistake in the future. After my first incarceration, I can still think that drug is not so addictive, thinking that we have the choice to use it or not. So for this release, I need to tell myself that I cannot use it at all.
Rusdi, you are finally out. How are you feeling now?
Yeah, happy freedom. How are you guys doing? Good? Very hot. I'm looking forward to actually to my mom food. So eventually, I think she can cook it today. Oh there. Okay, she's here already. Hi, mom. we go first. Thanks. Bye. I don't want to come back here anymore.
Hi, I'm Ziqing.
Hi, I'm Anna. I'm one of the producers for Inside Maximum Security.
Hi, I'm Ravin. I'm the Assistant Director for Media Relations at the Singapore Prison Service.
So the main directive is to try and capture what makes Singapore prison unique.
Take care of your parents, very important.
Hands on your head!
We had two key objectives for this documentary series. The first one was really to demystify what goes on behind prison walls. And we also hope to explain the rationale behind some of our prison processes. And secondly, we also hope to humanize the prison officers, prison staff, as well as the inmates.
Very pissed off, very pissed off.
When you have someone who has committed mistakes in the past, how do you put them in a system and change them for the better? To give some context, I'm part of a team who has produced like Inside Child Protection, Inside the Probation Service. They probably were confident enough to like ask us to collaborate on this. We had about 22 volunteers who wanted to be part of the documentary. We pre-interviewed like all these 22 inmates, checking how open are they in front of the camera.
I also compare myself to like those prostitutes.
How comfortable are they sharing about their past? We also asked them, so why did you want to be part of this documentary? And I think a lot of them thought that recording their time inside would be a good way to remind themselves not to come back again.
Morning, bro.
Good morning.
We facilitated filming over a 4-month period. So during each day of filming, the crew had to put their equipment through an X-ray scanner. Prohibited items include cash, coins, handphones.
So imagine a huge pile of equipment. It's like going to the airport. One by one, pile it up again. 3 hours would be spent going through security checks.
We have so many equipment, small parts could easily go missing. We need to be very aware and careful because inmates could have access to that. I was filming with Boon, Keng and Iskandar most of the time.
Basically, if I was found guilty in the court of law, I'll be hanged by the neck.
First of all, when I knew that he was faced with death penalty, I would think that, actually what did he do? He must have been like a badass.
Yes, of course.
I'm a conscientious and meticulous person.
You are a meticulous person?
But after talking to him, actually he is no different from us. It's only at that point of time he just made a mistake that he didn't want to. He's very likable. He gels with his classmates. His teachers likes him.
I wonder where you get those words from.
From you lah.
And he's very considerate. So whenever we had to film him, he'll come to us and say, hey, can we try to reduce any inconvenience to my cellmates?
The first interview that I have with Khai, he said these lines, I'm a bad person.
I feel I'm a bad person.
I hurt her, I failed my father, I'm failing my mother as well because I don't know where she is, I don't know how she's doing.
I have to accept this is my punishment.
So the first time you meet them, you feel like there's a huge load on your shoulders. Like it was so heavy, it was so emotional that it can catch you by surprise.
I felt that they are very real from the first day where they show me how they are.
And I think Part of the reason why they are so open is because they have regular classes with the counsellors, and in these classes they are encouraged to share about the difficulties that they have emotionally, psychologically, mentally, financially. Everything is laid out on the table.
Would that be something that you would be doing next time?
To be honest, no. Because it's too detailed.
Too detailed?
It might trigger other things.
Inmates, their lives in prison run by schedule.
Right now, the time is 2 o'clock. Okay, your yard is 2 hours.
When it's time to exercise, they have to exercise because, it's the only time of the day where they can go to the gym and interact freely with their mates. TV time also is very precious, so we have to respect that.
1, 2.
For Graceson, you cannot bother him when it's yard time. You can film him, but you can't do a lot of the talking because he would be disturbing his high intensity training. For Khai, he was very protective about his TV time because he's a very visual person. He likes seeing images of the outside world, and to him that calms him.
Baik, sihat. Alhamdulillah. Dah makan belum? Belum, aku belum makan lagi.
He would always ask us, what did we have for lunch? Or what did we eat the day before? They were really more interested, I guess, about what's happening outside. Oh, that time was COVID.
You can walk.
So they were really asking is it that bad out there? They were really scared of getting COVID. Yeah. I think a lot of people commented, how can a prison be so clean? You saw Rusdi, right? When he moved to another cell, the inmates clean the environment that they're in. I mean, who would not, right? You're there 24/7 on weekends.
For 48 hours, knowing that your perimeter is only this much, it really disturbs the mind and the body as well.
So they're very anal about cleanliness. So every time I film, I make sure that I tell the cameraman, the soundman, please take off your shoes. Yeah, and I always watch because it's very important to them. Yeah. Another interesting thing that happened was after 4 days or so of filming, you would start noticing weird things about yourself. Like you would start to dread. I've been filming for 10 years, but when the shoot ends, right, you actually catch yourself breathing a sigh of relief, like, I'm out. I really think it has something to do with the place. I think it's the whole system of keeping you in. It's more psychological, not physical. I think one more thing, you also lose your sense of smell. I don't know if it happened to the other producers, but for example, if you're used to using a perfume once a day, maybe one spritz. While I was filming in prison, I feel like I had to really pump a few more just to smell it, which is weird. So when Khai mentions that
prison uni can smell like walls,
I really think that's a very accurate description of prison. Yeah. The snacks. The snacks to me are so out of this world.
These items are very valuable. They can give this packet to another inmates in order to get something else from them.
That's the interesting thing, the balance of what they are allowed to have and what they are not allowed to have.
Because I cannot let you keep everything inside the cell. Okay? You take half, another half, you put back inside the plastic bag. We will keep in the office.
I was surprised that actually they are out of their cells more than I thought. So during weekdays, they had so many rehabilitation programs.
What do you see? What color is this?
The other interesting thing was the level of psychological care given to them. I mean, for us, the outside world, we have to pay for therapy, and all that. But for them, they just need to request, Sergeant Newton, can I see Miss Rashida today, or maybe next week.
We expected it to be relatively popular, but we didn't expect it to be this popular because there's this natural curiosity about what happens within the very unseen world of the prison system.
We didn't expect people to be so invested in the stories of the inmates. Hey, where's episode 2? You know, hey, when are the rest of the episodes going to be uploaded? I'm like waiting. Yeah, so that was interesting.
The inmates have seen the documentary series. They are very glad that their stories were shared with the general public, and they are very happy that the response has been very positive.
It's nice to know that people have a newfound appreciation for the kind of work that you have to put in, you know, as a prison officer. And a lot of people actually like, you know, Sergeant Mutton. You know, I hope he gets a raise.
Problem, you need to drink, no need to how to drink. 90% case of people, imagine 1 week or 2 4 times, 1 month 16 times, times 6 months, and you're going to stay here 96 times, I will get better peace.
Yeah, I agree with the comments. I hope he gets a raise. Yeah.
While the comments were predominantly positive, what actually struck me was that there were a group of people who felt our prison system wasn't effective because all the profiles had multiple incarcerations prior to this. I would actually like to offer a differing perspective for this. If we understand desistance theory, offenders actually undergo many cycles of successes and failures before they eventually desist or lead a crime-free life.
Okay, this time inside here, I lost my chance to be a good son. So I lost my mom. Then I think it's enough to actually stop me from taking drugs.
So for some offenders, it may only take one incarceration event, but for others, it may take multiple attempts. But what we can be sure of is that each incarceration brings them a step closer towards a crime-free life as it helps them build their positive identity and pro-social thinking.
Please read out the next comment.
OEL, I really hope you all can give them better beds. Mammoth 23, prisons in Singapore seem much more humane than those in the US, even though they don't have a bed in their cell. The non-provision of beds in our cell is part of a long-standing practice to keep our prisons Spartan and sufficiently deterrent so that inmates are no better off than people in the community. But that being said, inmates who require beds for medical reasons or for assisted living will be provided one either in our medical wards or in housing units which have facilities for assisted living. Tomboy Raider 101, pleasantly surprised by privileges, use a tablet for 1.5 hours every day, get to write letters with 8,000 characters and counselling services. They get to write electronic letters to their families as well as receive electronic letters from their families. So this is a very important process of keeping in touch and keeping family ties strong. This tablet also serves other rehabilitation functions. For instance, there are electronic books that they can read. There are educational games that they can play as well. So through the use of such technology, it frees up our staff's time. They can engage the inmates more purposefully, and this leads to better rehabilitation outcomes. Providing inmates with such electronic tools also helps those, especially those with very long sentences, get accustomed to modern technology. So this helps them not get a culture shock when one day they are released. Lion City. This is a wonderful documentary with emphasis on the emotions of prisoners and above all the compassion of the prison officers. It must be mentally tough for the officers, the teachers and psychologists too. Working in a prison environment is both unique and challenging. The main reason for this is because the inmates that we manage come from different backgrounds, different life experiences, different educational qualifications. So we cannot adopt a one-size-fits-all approach in their management. At work, we wear many different hats. We can be disciplinarians, we can be mentors, we can be teachers. But at the same time, when incidents such as fights occur, we also need to quell these incidents professionally. Ultimately, all prison staff working in our prison system, be it prison officers, counsellors or teachers, we are all working towards one common goal, and that is to rehabilitate the inmates and to help them reintegrate successfully into society upon their release. And this is why we call ourselves Captains of Lives. Butterfly 90, I hope the prison officers could help to convey to the featured inmates how many people are deeply moved by their stories, and we are all rooting for them. James Stone, to all inmates who are released this year, I hope you stay on the right path, from England. So while inmates are in our custody, we provide them with the necessary programs to help correct their antisocial thinking and behavior. And even when they are released into the community, we provide them with some structured support at the first instance. But over time, the real challenge really starts when this support structure cease to exist.
So without work, definitely my money also facing issue. So that is where all my negative and crime mindset come in.
Thereafter, successful reintegration really depends on two key things. Firstly, the inmate's own resolve to change, else whatever programs or interventions done for them would be ineffective. And secondly, we really need the community to give them this second chance. So be it your neighbor, or if you're an employer, you're employing somebody, we would like to urge you to give them that chance to prove themselves.